Woof. Hashtag chump blockers. The Lovestruck Beast is not a giant? Good. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. We're chilling within Mythic today, 751. Amonkhet Remastered just hit Arena. We have a ton of new cards to be farming. We can buy packs, play seals, play drafts. So no matter which way you want to go to be getting these cards, you can get there. Rotation season hits in September. We're getting close to that. This will be the second rotation season within Arena. So the historic card pool is getting massive. And I think this will become the dominant queue within Arena as we progress. However, for those of you just starting out, you may struggle to get into the historic pool because it is so vast and you don't have quite the card pool to get there. So we are talking standard today, and Wizards was nice enough to release 15 new free-to-play decks to you guys. And we're going to go through and upgrade these decks within the following week or two, incorporating rares and mythics that you will only use within top meta decks. We don't want you guys spending your wild cards or trying to farm for wild cards that you will not use in other top meta decks. These decks are great, they're good entry, but they're not going to get you into the top mythic rank, right? We're going to need to be using those top tiered 1 decks to get there. So to do so, we're going to be using these decks to farm and my other free-to-play budget decks. Be sure to check those out as well. However, lots of you don't have the uncommons for that yet, so this is a great start. And I want to show you guys some potential upgrade guides for each of these decks to make them more competitive, get you farming cards at an expedited rate, maybe even competing in some of those constructed and historic events. So with that being said, if you find any value within this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share the channel out to a friend. If you've been enjoying any content on the channel, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's a great free way to support me along this journey. We've got everything from free-to-play budget beginner guides, just general Magic the Gathering Arena beginner guides talking about the principles and archetypes behind this amazing game, some of the top-ranked standard decks, the best historic decks, great original brawl decks, and some tools and tips. And then we even have a little bit of limited. So no matter what you're into within Magic the Gathering Arena, we have you covered. Subscribe to the channel, join for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems. Make sure to check out our Discord and enjoy this video. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Continuing on with our Magic the Gathering Arena starter deck upgrades, looking at Selesyna to Adventure and Beyond. So Selesyna stands for white and green color combination. You know, typically it focuses around life gain, token generation, and then powering your creatures up with anthem effects, +1/+1s. So when we do look at the starter version of the deck, we notice that, well, first off, we get a Realm-Cloaked Giant. That's amazing. This is a very cool mythic. It's not used super competitively, but regardless, just having a field wipe that doubles down as a 7/7 after is neat, right? And then we get a couple cool rares, Ironscale Hydra, our Victory Envoy, a Primal Might, which is actually really good. This is a card that you'll see in competitive play. You know, we get a Giant Killer as well, which will also see competitive play, which is really cool. And the same goes for Lovestruck Beast. So we get 3 rares that are all going to see competitive play in a lot of decks, which is really, really cool. And yeah, with that all being said, when we do upgrade these decks, it is meant to stay true to the already formed archetype or strategy/synergies incorporated within the deck. Now, you could take these decks and go far left and totally change what they're doing to make them more powerful. However, with our upgrade guides here, we wanted to provide a roadmap to upgrade the deck without changing it entirely. This is done for the reason that you can upgrade it card by card. You know, you don't have to change all of the cards immediately to have that new archetype work. The same old archetype will work, or the same strategies and synergies will work as you begin to lace in these upgraded cards. So this deck, if you're unfamiliar, go play a couple rounds with it. You're going to learn all about it. It's all about getting extra value from adventure cards. So this is done through Edgewall Innkeeper. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card, right? Easy enough. That's great. It's a 1/1, so a little bit flimsy. But then we're also attaching this with Lucky Clover, artifact for 2, so it's not going to be removed very easy because it's not a creature. And whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, copy it, you may choose new targets for the copies. So we're using kind of mediocre cards, but because we're able to draw cards off them and then copy or double, potentially triple the effects of those cards, the value that we're able to accumulate does outramp our opponent eventually, right? And now this is quite nice. So this is the general deck list. Again, it focuses around going wide with tokens and smashing your opponent while executing massive value gains or card advantage through your Lucky Clover and Edgewall Innkeeper. Play the deck, let me know what you think of it. You guys are in luck. Today we've upgraded to Adventure. And now the upgrade guide for this one is a lot more straightforward than the other decks that I've done, where the monocolors, you gravitate towards these really powerful creatures that are already incorporated in spells, whereas the dual color decks, instead of focusing around a color and then maybe one synergy within them, it is entirely focused around the synergy, and the colors kind of come by default. So the synergy here is adventure, and when we go into upgrading it, a questing beast, which is normally a great green card, doesn't fit in well with the synergies of the adventure, and therefore isn't really included. Whereas typically, that's a go-to must-buy green card. So it's pretty cool how we're able to still run similar colors while not needing to always run those top cards to be competitive. And let me tell you what, this adventure deck is much more competitive than I thought it would be. We're winning a lot more games. You look at it, it seems pretty weak. I was struggling. It's like, how am I going to make this work to get wins and be competitive so people don't rag on me in the comments, right? But, we did a fair job. So let's take a look at the deck list in its entirety. Then we're going to talk about the upgrades that we made to the deck as we go. And then we're going to talk strategies and synergies. Then we'll get into some gameplay footage where we break down all of the playlines, interactions within the meta. It's not necessarily enough to know how your deck operates. We do also need to know how it engages and interacts with the rest of the environment or the meta, right? And then we will come full circle with my final thoughts and propaganda. All that jazz, right? So let's get actually right into it. To Adventure is, again, Selesyna, green and white combined. We have 4 copies of Faerie Guidemother. I think we had 3 in the original. We've pushed this to 4 just to increase the consistency. It's a 1/1 with flying. It has Gift of the Fate attached to it, sorcery speed, which is the adventure, right? We get to cast the sorcery or adventure first, and then afterwards we can still cast the creature from exile, which is great. So Gift of the Fate, target creature gets +2/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. The creature itself is a 1/1 with flying. 4 copies of Giant Killer. We have buffed up or increased the numbers of this from the free-to-play version. I think we had 1 or 2. We're going straight to 4 here. You're going to see this basically in every mono white deck. It's a 1-drop 1/2, which is typically very good. It also can tap creatures, which is great, and then it's removal as well. So this hits all the bases for us. Giant Killer is amazing. Chop Down is for 3. It's an instant speed, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. The creature, like I said, is a 1/2. We can pay 2 plus tapping it to tap target creature. Doing this on our opponent's end step is great. 4 Edgewall Innkeepers, again, we've increased this to 4 to increase the consistency. It's a 1/1, and whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card. A single copy of Primal Might. We didn't want to get rid of any of the rares that come within the deck, just because you guys don't have so many rares, so we'll keep what's in there for now. And, a little bit of removal is not too bad, and you always are going to want to have that in some form regardless. It costs 1 plus X, so you can scale it, you can cast it for whatever you want. Target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So again, you can cast it for 1, 2, 7, whatever you want. And if your opponent doesn't have any blockers, this is just a great buff spell as well to increase your damage output. 4 copies of Lucky Clover. Again, we've increased this to 4 for the consistency. Artifact, whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. On to our 3 drops, 3 copies of Wandermare, a 3/3, and whenever you cast a creature spell that has adventure, put a +1/+1 counter on the mare. 4 copies of Lovestruck Beast, again increasing this to 4 for consistency's sake. It's a 5/5, which can only attack if we control a 1/1. We have Heart Desire for 1, create a 1/1 human creature token. 3 copies of Banishing Light, the same as in the first deck. Whenever Banishing Light enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. We also have 3 copies of Oakhame Ranger. This is the same as the original deck. It's a 2/2, which can tap to give creatures we control +1/+1 until end of turn. Bring back for 4, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. So that's actually pretty cool, especially when we start copying that with our Clover. A single copy of Victory's Envoy for 5. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and she is a 3/3. A single copy of Ironscale Hydra for 5 as well, 5/5. If a creature would deal combat damage to Ironscale Hydra, prevent that damage and put a +1/+1 counter on the Hydra. We've got 2 copies of Beanstalk Giant for 7. Beanstalk Giant's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. We have Fertile Footsteps for 3. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. And of course, Realm-Cloaked Giant for 7. 7/7 with Vigilance, cast off for 5, sorcery speed. Destroy all non-giant creatures. It's really cool that our Beanstalk Giant is a giant, and then we can destroy all non-giants, and then he'll still be in play to finish off our opponents. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. These spells are accompanied by 10 plains, 10 forests, 4 blossoming sands, and a single Temple of Plenty, which is really cool that they gave us, a Scryland for free to everybody. So that's awesome. That's the deck list. No sideboard today. We are playing best of 1. Let's talk a little bit about the strategies and synergies within the deck, right? We talked on the upgrades to the deck already, which was increasing the Lovestruck Beast, increasing the Giant Killer. We increased the Edgewall Innkeeper, we increased the Clover, and literally that's it. That's all of our upgrades. We could go further and upgrade lands. In my gameplay footage, I didn't, but I really push and suggest that people buy the rare lands with their wild cards, especially if they're looking to play 2 and 3 color decks. It's, again, really all about increasing the consistency within your deck. So, deck strategies and synergies. We talked about going wide, right? The Ranger puts in 2 1/1s. It can be doubled with every copy of our Clover. You get 2, 3 copies of the Clover in, and then you start putting these 2/2s in. You can get, 10 tokens pretty easily, and then the next turn you can tap it to buff them all up, which is really, really cool. So that's kind of our main go-to here, is just to go wide and smash our opponent. The second strategy for a kill is just to ramp land. Get a Beanstalk Giant out. Now we throw our Guidemother on it. It's got flying. We can smash our opponent out that way as well if they don't have a form of evasion. If we don't get to our Beanstalk Giant, this can be cast on our Lovestruck Beast as well. It's still a huge amount of damage, and it's all about, getting that evasive damage through the flying on those big bodies, and then going wide to get the rest, right? That's basically it. Removal through our Giant Killer. Use this as needed. Obviously, if you hold off and get Clovers and start copying this, that's going to be really good, especially if they have multiple creatures to get. Faerie Guidemother can also be copied, so it's not necessarily +2/+1. It's going to be +2/+1 for the card, and then each copy of the Clover as well. So it's not unlikely to have lethal just through Faerie Guidemother and our Giant or our Lovestruck Beast like we talked about. The Envoy is kind of flavor. It will help increase the strength of your army, but it's probably going to get removed. The Ironscale Hydra is not the worst, but again, probably just going to get exiled right away. We have our own exile effects, which is really nice. Make sure we get, those important things that we can't block or attack through that are going to hinder our own gameplay. Again, it's really all about getting value from the Lucky Clover. Doubling this, again, if we've got 2 Clovers down, we play a Giant, Fertile Footsteps for 3. We pull 3 land, and it was like we ramped by 3 and cast the spell for free, because those 3 lands that we tapped to cast it are now on the field again, untapped from our library. So just get the Clover out, and then just start casting these adventures, getting lots of value from them. Get your Edgewall Innkeeper up, and then start playing the creature spells on top of it to start replenishing your hand and drawing. You go really wide with things like the Ranger and the Beast through the Clover, right? They make all of those tokens. They can be buffed up through the Ranger. The Mare gets stronger as well. Giant Killer for removal. Flying +2/+1, plus all of the copies that at times is from our Clover onto one of our big baddies to do damage. And then the rest, we just go wide. Again, a little bit of removal through the Killer and the Primal Might. it's easy. It's not a hard deck. If things get out of control, we've got destroy all non-giant creatures, and then our giants stay in play, right? So we could even Faerie Guidemother onto a giant, hit him for 10, and then we slay all giants, or all non-giants, clear the field, and then we hit him again for the remaining amount of damage. So this deck is very strong, and it can get the kills very quickly if your opponent's not paying attention and doesn't hold up any instant speed removal. So that's great. With that being said, that was the original deck. That was the new deck list with the upgrades. And then we talked about the strategies and synergies. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, I want to remind you that we're live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. At 7 a.m. we jump over to Twitch, and then back again to YouTube at 6 p.m. Links for everything in the description below. Those times are Mountain Standard. And be sure to jump in our Discord as well so you don't miss out on our 500k gem giveaway, monthly free-to-entry Brawl and Artisan tournaments, so you can win some cash prizes there as well. Thank you for your time and attention, you guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and a huge shout out to all of our Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube supporters financially, making all of this a reality. So, you know, a huge thank you from not only myself, but the community as well, who's been enjoying all of this content. With that all out of the way, enjoy today's gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my final thoughts. And most importantly, have yourself a great day. We can keep this 3 lands fine. We get the Scry for our 4th land off the top. Brings our Ranger in play. Are you serious? 4 giant killers opening hand? Like after we draw? Scry 5th one? Huh? Looking for a land before another Ranger. You know, if he's mono green, this could come in handy. Right? Chop down is instant speed. Oof. Oh, nice. Still taking it. I'll do it while his mana's tapped this time in case he has another. He's tapped again. Definitely is now. Oof, taking out these big bodies, that's for sure. There's a 5/5 and a 6/6 we just nuked. Okay. He wants to hit us for a decent amount, and you know, we're gonna get hit for 5 or 6 for sure. Oof, cheats the Henshin. I like that. Alright, we're in trouble. I was just about to say, we need a Realm-Cloaked Giant. What we need now is more land. These are giants. No, they're not. Peasants. Filthy peasants. I mean, do we just smash this ooze? We have 5 available. Costs 5, and we're sitting on 4, so we should be able to pull it. Let's just throw out some chump blockers, right? Alright. As long as he's not drawing creatures to play after is the thing. Ugh. Right, we need him to be drawing land with the henge. We need to snag the henge with our light. But we also just need to pull a land next turn. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Untapped land. Come on. This is fine. Oh, it's slow. I don't think we're gonna survive. No way we survive. Create the 4 tokens. I hope he doesn't get trampled. We block the 6, the 5, the 4, and the 5. And we take 2. As long as there's no trample or haste. Land is good. As long as there's no trample. Woof. Hashtag chump blockers. The Lovestruck Beast is not a giant? Good. Whew. Alright, let's see if we can stabilize. The Great Henge is so annoying. Oh, nice. Nice. So gross. Look at, like, just continuous draws, right? Let's get rid of that. We still have to deal with all this somehow. Getting hit for 4 minimum. Another Ranger would be great. Guidemother's not that good. Let's just go wide again. The 5/5 should protect us. We could double block. Oof. That's good. Oh, no way, he's got removal. Stop it. Nope, we're good. We're good. Let's just nuke it. We don't get to copy. Be cool if we did. Flyers can go in, I guess. Well, no attacks. Let's play defensively. This way we can double block. Good game, and we hold on. Whew. 3 land, which is good. Both colors, which is good. Removal, evasion, late game. I think it's fine. The idea here is to put our Faerie Guidemother's Gift of the Fae onto our big old giant. So we're going to try to save this as long as we can. We don't have anything to play for 2, so let's just go in nice and slow. Grab that life, and now 3 and 4 are untapped. The Mentor is really good, actually. Let's Clover. That's going to help us pull 2 land next turn. Which lets us get this giant out faster, and then we can make it have flying, etc., etc. Nice. This isn't a Hydra either, which is kind of crazy. Let's get 2 land, which is great. We'll just dump our mana on the Scourge. 3, 6, dropping 7 for our Giant. Big hits though. It's a decent defender. Hopefully no exile here. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna hit for 7, but he can turn around and hit us for a bunch. Woof. He's gone very wide. Or they've gone very wide, I should say. I don't know. I think let's just go for it. Oh, we should have stacked it on the Giant, actually. I still just want the draw. Giant Killer's great. We can take out the Conclave. Copy it, take out the Horn Beetle. Take the draw here again. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And we hit for 10. Oh, he's got reach. Yeah, this match is riddled with misplays. Regardless, let's just start smashing these permanents off the field. Just remember, you guys, if I can play the deck, there's a good chance you can play the deck.
I like
okay.
Animals better than
he gets
people.
to only do a -1 there, basically. I guess it's just a trade with the Serpent again. This thing has reach, but... Oh, this doesn't have flying this turn. Idiot!
Unfortunately for you...
It's been a long day. Basri, we can handle this. Let's refocus. Do you guys ever run out of concentration? Start making misplays? It's okay. Good game. Close call. Opponent goes first. Again, we've got 3 land, right? A little bit of exile, some early game, some ramp, some removal. Sure. I do not like sacrifice decks. Okay. So the Death Touch is annoying. We may as well deal with it. Actually, let's just attack. And maybe we can get into a tap war where now he's like, well, I'll attack him and then we don't have to worry about it. Take the damage, now kill it instead. It's our only removal spell, but the stupid Death Touch will shut down everything we do. It can stay there for now, whatever. Gross. The Hood Fang is nice. Let's just take that. We should ramp. Okay. Grab ourselves a forest here. Let's pass. Just want to hold these giant killers for his big creatures if he gets them. Primal Might, I don't want to give up either. We can get a big hit with our Lovestruck if we want. Oof. That dodges our giant killer. Each player sacks a creature? That would be interesting. We could get away with that. I'll do all of the above, to be honest. That Rankle trigger is good for us, I think. Okay. Right, Rankle's gone. That's always nice for us, I think. We'll try to bait with the block here. If he taps himself, we can smash. More Death Touch. Great. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7. Okay. It is these Death Touch guys that are annoying. Hopefully he attacks with them both. It's annoying. More land is also annoying. This has to be a 1/1 as well. The 1/2 doesn't help it, which is annoying. I don't really want to lose the 8/8. These pesky Death Touch creatures. I thought that it just needed to be a 1 power, but it's a 1 power, 1 toughness as well. Okay. I mean, we can deal with that other giant. We should keep this for something else, though, that we can't just defend from. Playing fast and loose with the first one? Okay, but, I mean, we don't want to throw our last one away. This is fine. Right? We actually have to pick that up, basically. That's massive. I do not mind this Hydra. Right. That's going to survive the Death Touch. Prevent that damage, and it will actually get a +1/+1 counter on it, which is neat. So the Giant Killer can be tapping these things, which is nice. Looking for another Lovestruck Beast. Or, actually there's no Pelt Collector in the deck. That was yesterday's deck. Oh, no! Nice. He's got Castle Lochthwain in play as well to be drawing. Silly Death Touch creatures are really saving him. Nice. Let's take it up. This is also a 1/1. Hashtag Lovestruck Beast. It taps this, so we can't tap both of them, so we're just going to take our hit here. And then on his end step, we'll tap one, and then on our upkeep, we'll tap the other. But again, he's going to have 2 more creatures in play, so... Gross. Down to 5. Down to 4. I think that might be game. He does have lifelink. If he wants to use his castle, he needs to drain his hand, but how many more times can he actually use it? Okay, Serpent for 2 and can steal Giant for 3, flooding the field. It's good. Let's tap that. The Reach shuts us down. With an all-out attack, we hit for 1. Alright, he's got a shutdown. I'm not sure what he would have on our end step. Another Bone Crusher for 2? On our Giant Killer? No way. Another Murderous Rider. Nice. And his on tap here. Wow, that sucks. I tried to submit it. So, he might actually make a comeback here, unless we can pull flying. Another Faerie Guidemother, sign me up. Alright. Odd. I didn't know anyone ran that card. Oh, Death Touch plus any target. Nice. Keeping the giant in his hand. We should have played our giant killer. Dang. And he can do that immediately. Woof. That's not good. We 100% need more than Fawn because he has reach. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. This is not good. He can kill our creatures with that Porky Parrot. And this makes me sad. I don't know. Big time ouch, right? Maybe he kills the giant killer instead, yeah. But again, he... Wow. What a turnaround and comeback. That Porky Parrot is gross on Death Touch. Destabilize, he's got us, we're dead. Gains life here. Has the Death Touch. This is still a match somehow. Ugh, Clover. That's not enough. We need some adversaries so we can go wide. Good game, though. Wow. This parrot is on fire. Holy. That was actually an incredible match of Magic. Wow. Lots of land, but we'll keep it. And it doesn't look that bad. I wouldn't mind a Clover before he starts up with these adventures. We'll give it a second, see what he's got going on. Still dropping this on turn 3, right? We might even go in with our mare first. Counter spells are up. He could still counter a creature spell. Negative. We got the entity in play. Do we just take it? Yes. Right? I think we should just take it. The Gorger. That thing's OP, isn't it? push our Mare up to 4. Should make a decent defender. I'll have to cast 2 spells. 5 mana. Shouldn't be hard. Yeah, we're good to go. 4. We don't have anything to play for 5, so let's take that life gain. Mare goes up to 5. He taps us, dirty dog. We don't untap either, so he gets a decent hit in here. We can exile. That's fine. He's down to 2 cards. Turning something. It's not the shock, it's a frost breath. He wants to keep tapping us. No, let's keep our Guidemother in play. Snag. Let's hold on. We could have exiled something, but we want to make sure that something good gets exiled. This is instant speed too, which is annoying. There we go. Kind of annoying. Take that hit. Just hold on. Force him to use another one. If he has it, we're still at 13. It should be fine. I just want to make sure we have, oof, some value to hit him with. It rescries, which is annoying. This flying may be our best bet against the borrower. Can't do it defensively, it's a sorcery. Yikes. Don't you dare. That Frost Breath has really saved him. Alright. It happens. Opt is fine. They both have summoning sickness. Or the, does the entity not? Doesn't look like it does. Ouchie. Down to 6. Gotta take that. We have to take this. And we need another chump blocker. Man, that sucks. It should be a flyer. No attacks. We need to defend. He's still at 19, so there's no point. Brazen Borrowers on our Banishing Lights would be catastrophic. Hopefully we can just hold tight. Finally we get this Frost Breath gone. Untap our creatures. Feels like it's been all game. Wow. Getting hit for 3. You know he's got shocks. Let's stop 2 of the damage. Let's kill one of the things, question mark. I think. Right? Down to 5. We get the kill. He can flash the borrower in. We don't have any flyers. That's actually a problem. I didn't think of that. Oh no, we needed one of those for the flyer. Let's try to draw something. don't think the extra mana will hinder us too bad. Watch us draw something we could cast for a green and not be able to play it. Just a counterspell? Question mark? He should. Or it's a borrower? What's going on here? Oof! The Dragonfire. Now our 5/5s can't attack. Oh no, they can because it's 1/1. It's a good thing we had that. But still, we're getting hit for a lot here. If he doesn't kill us, we might have lethal. Down to 7. Right? Hit for a lot next turn. As long as there's no shock. Good game. He's got him. We know he's got shocks. Playing defensively. Interesting. I think he's just still beat us. Correct? He wins with the flyer regardless, so we have to go all in. And no, we get him. No. Yes. Blocks the 7 and a 5, and we only do 6. Woof. 1 damage short. There's nothing we could do other than changing the blockers earlier so we could have dealt with the Brazen Borrower. What a life. Great matches today, though. At least they're like pretty fun. We go first is always a cool start. We've got the Edgekeeper. It's an Edgekeeper. I'm combining words here. The Edgewall Innkeeper and the Lucky Clover, so it's a good start. Hopefully there's no removal. I'd like to get some draw going on here. 2 Innkeepers is weird. If he quenches and we didn't play our land first, I'm going to be very sad. No attacks. I'm sure he's got flash. Turns out he doesn't. Skybonder 2/2. We can't target him now. We're able to ramp here quite nicely. Right, we get 2 lands. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. Play the Giant for a double draw. Skycat is good. Right? Hopefully, no counter spells here. There's gonna be, isn't there? I know we're walking into a counter spell. Let's just pull it out on our Hydra. I want to get the draws from the Beanstalk Giant, so there goes his counter spell, which we thought about. No attacks here. We're out of juice without these draws. So if he has another counter spell, we're screwed. Winged Worlds. Plays a 3rd land. Lofty Denial costs 2. There's the Mentor. He's tapped out. Okay, not so bad. Right, let's take our double draw. Land sucks. Banishing Light, not the worst. Gain any life that we can, no attacks. We need more adventure cards. Right, we have to draw something good. Another Skybonder. Wow, so this Banishing Light will cost 4 extra. Giant back to our hand. I don't mind that. Get for 6 though. That actually is pretty annoying. We're at 10. He hits us for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn at least. we would have 4 land available after. Oh man. This is just straight bad. It would cost 3/7 to cast this as well. Gross, 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 gross. Make all the 1/1s. I wish I could give them. Take the double draw. No attacks. If he has a rally, we're dead. If not, we're still pretty close to dead. Right, it would be different if we could get haste. And even here, we're dead. Good game. Holy! Probably should have went with the Vanishing Light, even though it was expensive. Ugh. Our opponent goes first, keep 7. We have a little bit of everything here. Starting out nice and slow. We may just want to go crazy. Right? If we could draw 4 cards next turn, that could be cool. Good game. He doesn't like it. Going first, 2 Clovers, a Beast, in which we can give flying to. Toss this. Well, making all of those 1/1s could be cool. Just 1 land away, though, is the thing. We're gonna, I guess, stack these Lucky Clovers first. Next turn is a Clover plus the Beast. Three 1/1s. If we pull a land, it'll be a Ranger. Arrow's tapped. Well, tapped, I mean like sacrificed off the field. We don't have to worry about it. Passage is great for him. Okay, so it comes in tapped. We go in with our Beast. We hit for 3. We can give the Beast +6, +3. Right? Takes it to an 11-8. 12, 13, 14 damage total. 13 because he blocks 1. We still get a few tokens, and this way we get the huge body as well. If he kills one of them, I literally do not mind. I'd rather do the 5 damage. Right, so now we get 3 damage in, unmitigated, which is awesome. he doesn't wipe the field, I'm pretty sure that's game. I mean, he could play... No, he can't. 7 lands. What can't he do? It is worrisome. We should split our threat around. He can't counter the copies either, which is just a great time. Again, spreading our threat as wide as we can. Maybe we should have put them all in the tokens, I don't know. Yep. I'm sure he has something. Flame Sweep would hurt, but the attackers have already been declared on the case of the Lovestruck Beast, right? Brazen Borrowers. Shark Typhoon, cycling for 1. Right? That's a start. Still has 4. Another cycle. Okay, so 2 blockers. He mitigates the 14. Still takes 8. Down to 9. I say we keep this. Right, we've got lethal anyways, why overextend ourselves to a field wipe? It's a lot of land. He could have an ultimatum or something, right? Burrow's a good play. Yeah, there's the wipe. Bummer. And now he can still play Uro. Goes with the Simulacrum instead. Interesting. Alright. Let's make our 1/1s. Just a little factory of them. We get 5 damage through. Down to 4. Lethal again next turn. He needs another Storm's Wrath. Holding on to our Faerie Guidemother. It's a 1/1 that can activate our Lovestruck Beasts for us. So keeping it out of play so it doesn't die, and then we can reactivate them. There's the Genesis. Oh no, we need him to whiff. Top 5. Woof. No Terrors and no Uros. Land and a Shark Typhoon? Okay, but he's got an instant or sorcery in his hand. Nice. He can't Uro because the land tap was wrong. It is a Storm's Wrath. And he makes the 4/4, but it kills it. That's game. Right, we activate our attackers here. Good for 10. Whew. Grand finale. Alright, to Adventure and Beyond. The Selesyna Adventure deck performed way better than I thought it would. This is actually semi-competitive, and I am really, really digging these new starter decks that they've released to everybody. You know, with some simple upgrades, these are powerful decks, and you know what, I get it that they're not the top tier decks, but as a beginner, what more do you want? How much more power do you guys need, right? If you have a problem with it, go play the cycling deck. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for your time and attention, you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. At 7, we're on Twitch, and then back at 6 p.m. again on YouTube, in the Discord all day. Links for everything in the description below. 500k gem giveaway, free to entry, brawl, and artisan tournaments. You know the jazz. Lots of free to play content. Check out all of our playlists and all that jazz. Thank you for your time and attention, supporting the channel financially on YouTube, Patreon, and Twitch. You guys are amazing. Everybody loves it, making this a reality for me. You know, there's thousands of people enjoying this content, so you're not only making my day, but everybody else's as well. So huge gratitude bomb to you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. And we will see you all tomorrow. Do take care. Have yourselves a great day.